As a Falcons fan, I am scared, fearful, and nervous for this upcoming matchup with the New Orleans Saints. And you should be kind of too. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you the 4 reasons why I am just not confident about this upcoming game and why I think that the New Orleans Saints may have a potential opportunity to beat the Atlanta Falcons. Now, number one, at the end of the day, this is a divisional matchup game. That means regardless of who's on the table, who's playing, if one team's 1-16, the other team's 16-1, this will always be a very well-played and tight game in regards to scoring and the matchup. We've seen teams who haven't been good at all play their best against their divisional rival, and this is the same. The New Orleans Saints and Atlanta Falcons do not like each other, and it's always been a divisional rivalry, and I would expect this game to come down to the last few possessions just because of the nature of the rivalry between the two. The second reason why I think this will be a close game is that the New Orleans Saints have just recently fired their coach, Dennis Allen, and teams, for the most part, generally play a little bit better after their coach gets fired because they want to prove to everyone that they are basically avenging their coach. Their coach got fired and they want to play for their coach. And the teams generally play a little bit better when their coach gets fired. The third reason why I am just terrified is that it's in New Orleans. Regardless if who's playing, teams generally play better at home. And New Orleans has a great crowd. They have a great atmosphere. And there will be points and times where the crowd could affect the game. And I'm just nervous from a standpoint of the Atlanta Falcons need to play their best and go in and be their best in order to win in New Orleans against a team who have really nothing to lose at this point. And the fourth reason why I am extremely nervous is that New Orleans is 2-7 right now. They are 2-7, but they are not a 2-7 team. That's why I'm really fearful. They should be realistically a 4-5, 5-4 type of team. If you compare them to the other 2-7 type of teams like the New York Giants, the Patriots, the New Orleans, Saints, are a better structure. They have more talent than all those teams combined. And they are a better team than 2-7. And I think in order to win, we have to overlook this 2-7 record and treat them as a normal squad who is hungry to win a divisional game at home. Now, here's a lot of I know I just unpacked a lot, but here's a few things that will go into, do I think the Atlanta Falcons will win? Number one is injuries. Is Troy Anderson going to play? Is Drake London going to play? I will say this, the biggest injury monitor for me is Troy Anderson, and here's why. When it comes down to Alvin Kamara, they are going to probably funnel this offense through Alvin Kamara on Sunday. He is really their only player that is not hurt, and he is a Pro Bowl type player. And if I'm them, I will funnel this offense through him. But on the reverse, we need Troy Anderson to be healthy because he can run laterally with Alvin Kamara. He can play coverage, and he can basically reduce the impact that Alvin Kamara has in comparison to Nate Landman, who will probably get exposed if he's going against Alvin Kamara because he just can't keep up from an athletic perspective to Alvin Kamara. I'm not hating on Nate Landman. That's what it is. Also, is Drake London going to play? We know New Orleans is going to play a lot of man, and there's going to be a lot of possession catches or possession balls being thrown. And if I'm New Orleans, if I want to win, I'll man it, play press across, and maybe bring a safety over on Darnell Mooney's side and say, hey, look, can you beat us without Darnell Mooney? And I don't know if the Falcons can. Now, if Drake London's in the game, that's a different story because he is our possession receiver, and he will win a lot of those one-on-one matchups, and you can't play just Darnell Mooney with Drake London on the field. And so that's a key matchup as well as what I want to look at. And also, how well does Derek Carr play? Can he elevate his skill set with his name being thrown out in the media, people talking about, not even Michael Thomas, but Chris Olave's brother has been talking kind of crazy about Derek Carr. Will Derek Carr take it to another level? If he does, we will be in for a dogfight, and it will be a close game. Now, like I said, I'm extremely nervous about this game. I think the Falcons will pull it off, but it's not going to be a cakewalk. But if you agree or disagree, leave a comment down below. Let me know. If you want to see more videos like this, check this one out right here. Like always, peace.